Alrighty, hi everyone, I am Blaze here. So this is going to be part 3 of getting started on EverQuest. Say if you wanted to play on Project 1999. And when I was looking around, there's a lot of really good videos, which will do a better job than I can, showing the download and many of the parts. But I'd like to go over a rough overview of getting started with a game. So let's show two of the videos I'd really recommend to check out would be this one by Leonard, who boils it down to 4 minutes. 10 minutes, sorry. Boils it down to 10-minute install. And one of the nice things is in his description, he has a link to a bit.ly where you can actually get the full game without, I don't think you actually have to, normally you have to buy it off of eBay or torrent the titanium client, which is needed to get the version to play the game. You might not even have to do that with this link if he keeps it up to date. So that's perfect. That's actually one of the best ways to probably get the game in the first place. And he has some other stuff as well. A really simple guide, much simpler than the one I made. But if you do have to download it via torrent, which I'm not going to recommend that, do what you gotta do. I can't. It is. I'm not sure if it's legal or not. It's in a questionable legal zone. So do what you're gonna do. I can't officially recommend it, but yeah, if that's the way you gotta do it, there's ways to get it on torrenting websites, Pirate Bay, and that will give you the base copy of the game. And if that's the way you're doing it, if you're doing it that torrenting way as opposed to Leonard, you're getting a digital version of the discs. So normally back in the day, when you would install EverQuest, you just put the 5 discs or whatever it might be into your disk drive and it would load up from there. But because you're getting a digital version of it, you have to get a virtual disk drive or a digital disk drive. And so in this video, he uses Daemon Tools Lite. There's virtual clone disk, I believe, clone drive. Yeah, there's a bunch of different other virtual disk drives, and basically what they let you do is it makes your computer emulate running a disk drive so you can download the files off of that. That's basically what it is. So you just go through all the different disks, and then you'll have the base copy of the game. You'll have all the files that you'll need, and then from that point on, there's a couple other things you'll want to do. So you'll want to check out the forums, the main link, and you'll need to click on the setup guide, and you'll have to make an account on the forums here with these guys, as well as in a login server account. What that means is when you actually boot up the game, that's the information you put in to get in. So yeah, you'll need a copy of Titanium Edition and forum account, which is really simple. It takes like a day. It doesn't take very long for them to approve it. And then the next portion, what I'd recommend is you need to get the patch files. And the patch files are listed on the main page right here, Project 99, patch files v52. They change these occasionally. So you just download that. Yeah. Just download the patch files, extract it out on your desktop, copy, and then go to the directory that you have the game in. So I have it on my solid state drive, program files, and I have it titled EQ Lite SSD drive, and just paste it in here and you're good to go. One other thing I would recommend to also get is Duxaui. Now I don't think it works right now on green and teal because they're trying to go for a much more classic appearance, but when eventually they'll enable external UIs again, and you'll be able to use it. Like I have it on blue, and it gives you a much nicer UI interface. It also, in this installer, it also has a way to give you better graphics, as well as it changes you have a way to change the amount of file size. So I think the total game is maybe like 5 to 10 gigabytes. You can get it down to like 1.5 with Duxaui, with the Dux installer. It can actually cut down a lot of the extraneous files that you don't need. Because the Titanium client has a lot of other expansions that'll never be used on Project 1999. Ideally, you do want to put the game on a solid state drive as opposed to a hard disk drive, HDD. And the reason why is because the game can actually load super, super duper quick on solid state. And especially if you're playing Bard, you want it to be on solid state so that you have a lot less lag and things of that nature. And when you do download Duxaui, all you just do is put it in this UI files tab. Yeah, in your main directory. And let's see, is there anything? I'd also, be aware of the forum rules. They have, it's under the setup guide. No kill stealing, camp, if definitions, all that. They have to be a bit more, they're a bit more stringent. The GMs are definitely a bit more involved on P99 than they are on live servers. Absolutely. And one of the last things is I can't even, so they'll give you a launch file to start the game off of the Titanium client. In my own personal experience, it never worked. I can never play the game off of that. So that's why I recommend getting WinEQ2. So I'll show by Lavishsoft. Let me go to that link actually. Yeah, WinEQ2. And yeah, just click that link. And what it does is it helps out with compatibility issues and frame rates, things of that nature. It basically helps you run the game without having issues. I cannot run the game without WinEQ2. So that's, and it'll put a little, let me see if I can hide this. Okay, there we go. So in this little bottom left corner of the screen, you'll see this little icon right here. That's the WinEQ2 launcher. Just right click on it and go to Options, Preferences, and you'll want to click on EverQuest, Profiles, and on one of the profiles, what you need to do is take the directory of where EverQuest is in your thing, copy that, and paste it right into the path right here. And then just title it whatever you want. And once you do that, it'll be getting information from the correct directory on EverQuest. And you should have a option, so click on mine, I set it to SSD. And it will bring you to this. And you just need to make a login server account. 1 second. There we go. Didn't want to show my credentials. And there you go. You'll be ready to log in to most of these servers. And if you did it right, if you didn't do it right, it'll show no characters are really available or create a new character. Let's see if it worked out. Yep. Yep, it's working. And let me see. And hopefully I did mention you also do need those patch files. So yeah, you just, all you do is you take those patch files, post it in, and because if you don't, it won't be the right version. It won't even let you do much. Perfect. And you will start out with the default UI, and all you got to do to get Duxaui UI is just /load Duxaui. Your screen will freeze for a second, but it'll eventually load it out. And perfect. But I don't think this is available right now on the green and teal server. I don't think it is. This game is so much different. Here. Yeah, so much different. So let's see. One of the thing I used to actually play this at my university. So once you have the game downloaded, all you have to do, you can actually play it off of a flash drive, or you can put the entire game onto a flash drive, put it on the PC that you got, as long as you got WinEQ2. Um, and typically, like I think like DirectX 10, you can play the game from anywhere as long as you got an internet connection and you have the login server account, which is really nice. I was able to play it at my university when my computer that I had it originally downloaded on was back at home. So I'm gonna end this in this guide. I'm also gonna have some resources. So general the wiki, the Alakazam, where you can find most of the text version, information about the game, general guides, general playlists I have on my channel, the forums themselves for Project 1999, and as well as the Duxaui UI stuff. So thank you guys all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.